opportunity of OnPassive is there for everybody to look at for free without any pressure. You join us, you join a founder to come in to this. The only way you can get into OnPassive is through an affiliate, is through somebody you know who is already in OnPassive. So first and foremost, that's an amazing way to ensure that you are talking to somebody that you know, or you've heard something and seen something that you were curious about and would like to get to know more about. But however you choose to look at this, you're right. Nobody is going to pressure you into joining. Nobody's going to follow up in a way that is going to make you feel uncomfortable. You join us or you don't join us. You see the value or you don't see the value. This company's been built with honesty, with integrity, heart-based, and more value that we will continue to see as products roll out, as more information is given to us. And these are the ripple effects and the ripples that the world is going to see. 200 countries. And our CEO wants to make sure that commissions can be paid in each one of those countries to every single person who is an affiliate, who signs the user agreements, which is the contract with the company, that you own the product, that you can sell it and receive a commission. The company is going to have traffic that you can purchase to put towards all of this so that you don't even have to go out there and, quote, sell anything. The company will give you specific targeted direct traffic for our OnPassive websites and for our OnPassive links and businesses. Now, if you happen to have another business and you want to bring in what you do and you want to use the tools and the platforms of OnPassive to support that, you'll be able to do all of that as well. 200 countries, 2 million people right now and more. You've already got an amazing database, a foundation that most other companies have seen in many, many years before they start to go into their momentum and all these other surges of business. But the pressure that you have to go through and the hoops you have to go through to reach those targets are devastating, in my opinion. I've been there, I've done that. So this is a very, very simple, very worthwhile opportunity to explore. And don't cut off your nose to spite your face by saying, oh, well, I didn't find it first, or why didn't I see this? It's not too late. Just take a look. Come in and look. And as Marty says, if you don't like it, leave. Nobody's going to chase you. Nobody's going to hound you. There is enough in the world for everybody. There's enough business, there's enough traffic, there's enough money. And actually, there's even enough food and enough housing and enough resources. Unfortunately, those have been not used at times in the best manner. At times, it's been abused. And that's something else that OnPassive is going to make a big difference in all of those areas. We're going to make sure that things happen correctly again. We're going to make sure that things happen to look after as many people as possible. But one of the joys about OnPassive is that it does not want to overtake any other business. Through the value, through the excellent products, and the above average products for a very good return, people will see this naturally. And other companies are already seeing this within what OnPassive is doing, and they are already starting to make their own changes. But they will not be able to do what OnPassive does because Ash is leading this company from his heart and for his mission to be able to return to people what people deserve and what he wants to see people use to help themselves, their families, their communities, and the world. And what company, I've been in many companies, I've never ever heard of a CEO actually saying, look after yourself and your family first. The bottom line has always been to drive the sales and to bring people in. On passive isn't like that. On passive said, and Ash said right from the very beginning, from the very first time I heard him speak, you need to look after yourself first. How can you do anything for others if you don't have it yourself, if you are not safe and secure financially, in a residence with clothing, a roof over your own head? But take the experiences of what you haven't got or what you haven't had and let that run through your heart and drive you then to help communities and to help the rest of the world so that they too can benefit from the blessings that you've received from On Passive and from Ash. Let's talk about socializing for a moment, because socializing can be a wonderful thing for some people. It can also be very fearful and a negative for other people. We've touched on the fact that during the pandemic, there were many people who could not get together with loved ones. And the social media platforms that exploded for this opportunity, including and starting to be led by On Passive's O Connect. This is something whereby, for somebody who's not business-minded and who doesn't want to be part of a business, O Connect is there for you, for your families, and for your friends, for your grandchildren to connect with their grandparents, for children and their parents to connect with, for the seniors to connect with friends, for children to connect with their playmates in a safe environment. So look at it that way. And for those of you who are already in On Passive and who don't know what to do with O Connect because they don't have a business or they don't want to use it for business purposes, start with that beautiful starting point of the family and set up an O Connect webinar with them. Get to use the product, understand what the product can do. Let the grandchildren play with those buttons so that they can make some sounds and they can have some emojis flying through the air and they can have hands clapping and all other wonderful supportive sounds that they can feel safe with. And quite frankly, the children will probably teach their parents and their grandparents how to use it quicker and faster than what they may do on their own. But this is a way of connecting people. And it is necessary to be connected. Going all the way back to the very beginning of time, humans needed to come together. They lived together. They moved together for survival, for living, for making ends meet as we progress through the times and through the ages of history. To be alone, to be shut in on one's own without the means to communicate with somebody else, put somebody into a deep depression, a deep fear, and it's a very, very lonely existence. We have too many shut-ins in this world, and some of it is by choice, some of it is through necessity, some of it is through fear, and fear drives a lot of things in people. It can be used for good and to the advantage of certain things, but fear is also a huge, huge detriment to stopping people from living their lives and being part of life. An O Connect session with somebody will open doors and windows that you've got no idea. And that is part of what the On Passive community is all about. That's what our webinars are all about. That's what our gatherings are all about when we get onto O Connects. You want to invite us, wonderful, but there are only so many hours, so many minutes in a day. We love you all dearly. We're with you in spirit 99% of the time. And we just want everybody to live the best life they possibly can. Thank you so much, Marty, for having me on here. Everybody, it's been wonderful to see you. We will do this some more. We've got lots of things to talk about. Academy's coming up, of course. There'll be O Tracker, more information. We'll talk about O Traffic. We'll help and give guidelines and suggestions on how to use this for other businesses. All these things coming up in the future. So thank you so much for welcoming me into Marty's Live on Saturdays. And Marty, thank you so much. Good luck with your card games this afternoon. And we'll touch base again really soon. Take care, everybody. Stay safe.